There we go. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Alyssa. You want to unmute yourself?
I'm like waving.
You're fine.
What's up? What is up, everybody? Hold on. I got to look through this chat. I am so excited to be here. Hi, guys.
I see Christina waving.
I know. I love you, Christina.
Oh, I love it.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
This is so fun. I honestly we need to always have you on more often because every time you come on, I just feel like you fill up my cup with vision again. And you guys, Alyssa being my enroller, I just feel like no one can really communicate vision to me quite the way that she can, because her vision and her story is what really connected me to this business and got me to dream bigger and got me to want more for myself and for my life. So it's so exciting that we're going to get to share that with you. So Alyssa, why don't you just jump in, and maybe not everybody on here knows your story and they need to. So go ahead and just share your story with us.
Okay. You guys, I discovered this incredible business 5 years ago by scrolling on Facebook. My enroller, Tiffany, was posting nonstop belly pictures all over online. And you know what? I was at a point in my life, and it was one of the darkest places that I've ever been. And looking back, you can just see where God is working. And I was living on food stamps, government assistance. I was overweight and suffering from depression and anxiety. And the enemy just had such a hold on my life. And I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just remember thinking, something has got to give. I'm not living my life like this. And I was so tired of looking in the bank and having, it was negative most of the time. And even when I realized that this business was $100 to start, you guys, I had $5 in the bank. I sold my grandma's jewelry chest on a local garage sale site to purchase my kit for this business. And it was something that meant so much to me, but it was the only thing that I had in my possession that was worth of some type of value. And I sold that, and I purchased my kit, and it was I never had experience doing anything like this. No, I didn't grow up with someone telling me I do amazing things and I would accomplish so much in my life. That wasn't my reality. And so when I started this business, it was just complete ignorance on fire. I had no clue what I was doing. All that I knew was that we had what was called, and still is, our steps to success. And so I started talking about this to everyone. I was I'm doing this, period. I got to make it work because I need something bigger for my life. And I saw that vision my first month. My goal getting started was $500 a month, you guys. I started my business and I made that within my first month. I was calling everyone. I was texting everyone. I was going to sororities and rapping girls. I was doing everything that it took for me to get my business off the ground. None of my friends and family wanted anything to do with this. A lot of them 5 years later still have no interest. They support me, but they're just not interested. And so that's totally fine. I just kept on doing my thing. And very quickly, I started climbing the ranks of this business. But I want you to know it's because I failed over and over and over and over. And I could say over and over, for the rest of the night, you guys, I failed my way here. So in 1 year, I went Presidential Diamond. In 2 years, I hit the Millionaires Club, and I also hit Ambassador Diamond, which is the highest rank in our company. And I didn't do that alone. So here's what you have to know is that there's a team of incredible souls, Claire being one of them. She was my last leg that I needed to go ambassador. So just know that whatever vision and whatever dream is in your heart, you're not doing it by yourself. And so I achieved that, but I didn't achieve it alone, and I didn't achieve it easily, and it did not happen. It might have happened quickly in your eyes, but it didn't happen overnight. And I failed struggled my way there, but I'm telling you, the freedom that I have now, you know, I'm able to travel the world, and I get to show my daughter what it looks like to give and live and to just be free from what I struggled with. And I have made a commitment to her that she will never have to go through what I have been through. And I'm now building a legacy, not only for her, but for my grandkids and their kids as well. And it's so much bigger than myself. But my vision when I got started, it wasn't what it is now. So as you grow, your vision grows, your why becomes different. And I mean, I'm telling you, like a month ago, the things that I was dreaming about now, like even just in 1 month, it's so much bigger and better because I'm committed to that growth. And, you know, when it comes to my success that I've had, it's because I do a lot of dirty, ugly work in my inner self. And I started doing personal development the second that I got started in this business. And I remember thinking, like, I have never read like a personal development book. I've never picked up a business book. I've never even knew like people really listen to podcasts or what an audio book was. That was something that I learned along the way. But people who were successful around me, that's what they were doing. And I also had to change who I was surrounding myself with. You become like the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And I have had to cut so many people out of my life. I've had to alter, you know, how I communicate with people and the relationships that I have. And I've had to become very guarded with, you know, who gets my time, who is talking into my ear, who am I asking advice from. That's been such a huge, you know, a huge stepping stone for me in my success. But that's just a little bit of my story and kind of how I got started in this crazy business.
I love it so much. And it's so cool to hear your story, like all laid out, the whole timeline laid out, because I've seen a lot of it. You guys, I watched Alyssa for 15 months before joining her, and I joined when she had been in for 15 months. So I literally watched from day one. I watched the whole process, and it's so cool to get to be part of it. And, you know, you guys are part of her story too, and you're all writing your own story. And it's so exciting to think, what are your timelines all going to look like? It's just so, so exciting to me. So Alyssa recently stepped into a new role with our company as part of the corporate team. And are we like announcing your title?
Yeah, you can do it.
So I was making the announcement for the Zoom and I was like, Alyssa, what's your official title? And she's like, they don't know what to call me. And I'm like, this is it.
I don't think anyone knows.
I was like, that's it. We're naming you right now. We're figuring out your name right now. And so I'm like sending her, she's like in Asheville getting ready for an event, and I'm sending her like 85 different options. But I think we landed on social media content analyst. Like, how cool.
I love it.
I love it. So she's in this role where she's really consulting our entire company on social media because she's so great at it and has been for such a long time. So I want you to share some of that with us tonight. And I kind of wanted to start with, you know, we have a lot of people that are brand new with these $20 kits. And so what is that one thing that you would kind of say to them is most crucial as they're launching their business on social media?
The first thing is that you just have to start. You have to stop getting ready to get ready when it comes to, you know, your social media and actually launching your business online. And I think that's one of the biggest things that holds people back right away is that they just like, they're getting it ready and they're getting it ready. And then it's like they're spinning their tires. So you just have to start with one post, announce that you are launching a business. And that's the hardest part, right? Like, enrolling in the business is hard. And then doing your first post is hard. But when you do it, you're like, oh my gosh, like I did it. There's no looking back. So you just have to start posting right away. And I'm telling you guys that when we got started in this business, we didn't have the tools and the training and any of the things that you guys have your hands on now. And so you're almost like being spoon-fed when it comes to getting started online. Like, there's absolutely no reason why you should be waiting. And the longer you wait, the longer that you're doing a disservice to yourself and your vision and your dreams and all of the people that are in your lane who are supposed to be going on this journey with you. And so just start, first of all. Why did you join this business? And when you ask yourself why, something that I really want you to get so clear on is asking yourself why at least 20 times. So whenever you say your why, and this took me, you guys, I had to learn this. Like, no one knew that I was living on food stamps until I was making over $10,000 a month in this business, because I wasn't stepping into my own story and what I really wanted and why I wanted it. I didn't talk about it. But I'm telling you, when I started talking about it, it exploded, because people could resonate with me and they connect with you so much more on your struggles than they do on your success. And so I just want you to really understand, why are you doing this? What are you wanting? If I put $100 in your bank account right now, what would you do with it? What about if I put $500 in the bank? And you should be taking notes and writing this down. If I put $500 in the bank, or $1,000, what would you do with that money? And start thinking about that. And those are just a few simple ways that you can start posting about, you guys. People don't just immediately step into this business wanting to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. They just don't. People start this business just like I did, for that extra $500 a month. So start talking about what you would do if that was deposited into your bank account. And you can do that so many different ways. You can do that by doing a Facebook Live and talking about your new business, your dreams, your vision. You can do that by making a post or posting in your stories. There are so many different ways that you can start sharing your business. And so you have to start understanding, what is it that you want? Why did you join this? The person that you joined, what did they post? What did they say? What did they do that made you want to join? Because that's what's going for you. That's what's going to help other people want to join. Your team is doing exactly what your enroller did to get you started. So really think back on that and make a note of that. Is, okay, I joined Claire. Why did I join Claire? What is it that Claire was talking about that made me so interested in what she does? Is it the freedom? Is it the finances? Is it the friendships? What was it? Because people want that same thing too. Everyone wants the friendship, the fun, the finances. They want all of that. So you have to just start by talking about it, and choose at least one thing a day to start talking about. And then as you get into that rhythm, and you have to stay on this, you have to stay consistent, because the second that you start posting, people are going to be watching your page like a hawk. And I know maybe you're getting 2 likes, maybe it's your mother-in-law and your husband, or your girlfriend and your mom. I get that, because that's 90% of the people who start this business. But I'm telling you, people are watching your page. I had no idea Claire was watching my page. I had no idea. I could name hundreds of people. I had no idea any of them were watching my page, but I was consistent in my posting every single day. I did not take a day off. Even when I didn't feel like posting, I still did it, because I knew where I was going and I knew what I wanted. And every day I would create that vision and I would talk about it. And so you have to know that people are watching your page, and consistency is so unbelievably huge. And you have it laid out. You have it laid out in your training page. You have it laid out in the signing loyal customers and distributors page. It is all laid out for you. All you have to do is stop getting ready to get ready. Just do it. Just start today and make that post. And then it's game on. There's nothing that can stand in your way once you make that first initial post.
Yeah. And I love that you said, think about what got you to join, what made you join, and post about that, because that's what's going to end up resonating with you so much. And I think working on social media, and just honestly in any business, whatever gets you excited is going to get your audience excited, because that passion is infectious and it's evident. And so for me, I joined Alyssa based on a post where she had me text a certain emoji to her number. I think it was a certain number. And so she had said, what do you want to do with a business? And she had this list. It was pay off my car, buy a dream home, take a trip, whatever, and then choose your number and text it to her. And so I have had so much success in my business with having people text me a word or a number, because that's what got me to join. That was the anonymity, or however you say that word. That was it kept me anonymous enough that I could reach out and make that first step. And so whenever I make a post like that and I give that kind of call to action, I always find my best distributors that way because it was what connected with me. And so I'm able to connect with others. And so that might not be the same for you. It might be something totally different. So take time, like Alyssa said, write down what you would do with that money deposited in your account, but also write down what really got me to join and sit back and think about it and then start doing more of that. And I think you'll see incredible results from that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So our next question is, how can we best maximize both Facebook and Instagram and raise our interaction and reach on both platforms? I think a lot of times people get confused. Like, am I doing the same thing on each? Am I treating them differently? How do I maximize both so I can reach everybody?
Okay, so the biggest thing is that you should be adding to your network every single day. Like, this should be a non-negotiable. Every single day, at least 15 to 20 minutes a day, you guys should be adding to both platforms, not just one. If you're working both, I would add to both for sure. I work most of my business now on Instagram, but there are seasons that it is Facebook. So you have to serve the season with, where's your growth coming from? If you are just getting started, you should absolutely be posting on both, be growing your network on both. Okay, when I started, my Facebook was around at 1,200 friends, and now I'm almost maxed out at the 5,000. And so I'm adding to my network still today, you guys, 5 years later, every day. That's going to be one of the biggest things that you're going to do is add to your network. And when I say add to your network, how I love to find people is by searching hashtags, searching locations. One of my goals, I was about a year into my business and I had a goal of having a team in every single state. That was just a goal that I had set for myself. And so I started looking at hashtags, locations. I would type it in the search engine. This is how simple it is. And I would start adding people and reaching out to people and engaging with people in those states until they signed up with me. And then when I went ambassador in 2 years, I had a team in every single state, you guys. But I was very strategic with how I did it. They didn't just fall into my lap. I did the work. I did the research on the hashtags. I chose the location. Where did I want them to come from? I did all of that. So the work that you're going to be putting in isn't always pretty. I just want you to know that it's not pretty. The behind the scenes stuff that you see the pretty post, but you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. And that's adding to your network. That is engaging every single day, okay, for at least an hour a day, if you can make that time for it. You know what, if that means that you're waking up early and going to bed late, you want to be engaging every single day online. And you could do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, but make a commitment to yourself not to go to bed until you've commented or messaged X amount of people, and choose that for you. Okay, that is going to be so huge. And when I say that you're engaging, you're commenting, you're liking, just on Instagram alone, you guys, you can have reach outs to 900 reach outs every single day. So that's liking, commenting, and messaging. Take advantage of that. But the biggest thing that you're going to be able to do is be messaging people. And you can voice message people. You can type it out. You can do a video. Video is so huge when you are on Instagram. If you can just send a video message, and it doesn't always have to be about what you're selling, or if you want someone to join, you can communicate with them on a more personal level. Ask them, you just saw that they were on vacation. Ask them a little bit about their hotel. Ask them, what brand were they wearing? Where's their swimsuit from? It's little things like that. But I would be reaching out on video if you can, and I would make a point for it at least 50 times a day on your Instagram. Every single day. 50 times a day, you guys. And it takes probably, I would say maybe a minute and a half for each one. Put that time in, because I'm telling you, you will get a return on it. Even if that, listen, that customer is not going to sign on the spot that day, but they're more than likely not going to sign on the spot that day, even if you're messaging them about the product. So you might as well take that time, really build that relationship with them. So as you're doing that, so now we're engaging. So we're sending out those messages, okay? Every single day, 50 to 100 a day. When I was building to Ambassador, I was doing 100 messages a day. And that's on Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes it was combined. Sometimes it was on both platforms. choose a number that works for you, but also choose a number that makes you put in that extra 3 to 5% every single day. Challenge yourself a little bit. So you're adding to your network. You are reaching out and engaging. Okay, you're sending those video messages if you can. And I get ready for mine. I like to look professional for mine. I really recommend that. I mean, if you want to do in your PJs, like that's totally up to you. If that's what you're about, what your business is about. You have to stay true to who you are. But I like looking nice and professional in mine. But you're going to send out 50 messages on Instagram video every single day in a private chat. Okay. And then when you're doing that, so we're doing that behind the scenes. A lot of it is behind the scenes, you guys. Do the same thing on Facebook. You can do a lot of voice messaging, or like actual type messaging. You can do video messaging on there as well. There are so many different ways to do this behind the scenes, but you want to do at least 50 to 100 messages every single day. Some of them can be about joining your team or about getting the product in their hands. But you also want to make sure, you guys, that you're just engaging with people's lives. That's going to be the biggest thing, okay? And from there, while you're doing all of this work behind the scenes, you're posting in your stories. You're posting in your feed. Because those people that you're messaging, guess where the first place they're going to go to when they see a message from you? Your profile. The first thing that they're going to click on is your story. Every single time. They're going to watch your story every single time before they even respond back to your message. So you've got to make sure that every day, that you have a story out of the product or of the business, both if you can, with your lifestyle dripped in between. And that's going to be so huge for you. If you are sending out these messages, and I don't know what the heck you do when I go to your profile, I don't know what the heck you do because you haven't posted a story, I'm probably not going to respond most of the time. So you want to make sure that you're doing all of the work when it comes to social. So you're posting on your feed. Your feed is the best of the best photos and captions and call to actions that you have in your stories. That's like where you would put tons of product before and afters in call to action with those. Business before and after, or business before and afters. Business call to action posts, okay? And those are gonna be like 3 to 4 each. So you're not just doing one before and after. You're gonna have multiple before and afters with a call to action on the last one. Same thing with the business. You're going to be doing videos. You're going to be talking about your story, sharing other people's success stories. And there's so much that you can be sharing. But if you aren't adding to your feed and your stories every single day, when you're messaging, it's almost going to bite you because people are not going to be engaging with you if they're not able to see that you're consistent on social media. Because as soon as you message them, they will go right to your story. It is the first thing that they're going to do. So you need to write down right now, how many people a day are you going to reach out to? Is it 25? Is it 50? Is it 75? Is it 100? And I want you to push yourself to that next level. And do not let yourself go to bed at night until that is done. Like I'm telling you, hold yourself accountable and don't go to bed until it's done. But you also have to make time for it. So if you work a full-time job, wake up a little bit earlier, go to bed a little bit later. Like before you pull into your job at work, once you're in the parking lot, send out 15 messages right then and there. Same thing before you leave to drive home, send out 15, 30 messages right there. It's not going to take up your entire night. You have to be really, really realistic on the time that truly it takes you to build this business. Because I'm telling you, you can build a freaking incredible business in the pockets of your life with this. That's what I love about it. Like you see success stories of people who have built to the top of the company while working a full-time job because that's possible. So make sure that you are taking that time and honoring you and your business and putting that time in to send the messages, okay? That is so huge. And as you do that, they're going to follow your profile. They're going to start engaging with you. They're going to start commenting on your posts. They're going to start asking questions about your business, asking questions about your product. You're simply building relationships. And you know what people love to talk about is themselves. Like they don't enjoy talking about their husband or their kids or this or that. They want to talk about themselves. So let them talk about themselves behind the scenes in that message, you guys. And they will just be so attached to you and be so intrigued in who you are and what you do and why you care about growing a relationship with them, that they will become your customer and they will join your team. It's just a matter of time.
I love that. We have a question. Someone's just wondering, like, if you could give an example of some of these messages that you're sharing. And I know you said some of them are an invitation to try the business or the products, but what are just like the more engagement ones looking like?
Yeah, so like the more engaged ones is like if you see someone who's like on vacation, I would just ask, like if they're in Hawaii, I would seriously just send a video being like, hey girl, you look so cute on your vacation. How is Hawaii? I've always wanted to go there, but I haven't been sure. Like where's your favorite places that you guys have been? Their suits are so cute. Like really making a point to let them know, like I'm seeing your stuff. Like I'm being genuine when I'm having a conversation with you, when I'm asking you questions. So it's something like that. Like go back to the last like 4 pictures that they posted or watch their story. And a lot of the times I'll respond to people by watching their story. I will just start a conversation right from watching their story. So that's huge too.
Yeah, I love that. And what you're doing is you're getting eyes on you. You're getting more eyes on your page, and you're getting more, like you're getting more people interested in you and what you're about. And then they're going to start watching you and they're going to eventually become interested because you're sharing it. So I love that. Okay, quick question. And I feel like you've maybe a little bit covered this, but I just don't want to leave it out. But how do you go about with pursuing and following up with your strong potentials on social media? How do you actually really like bring it home?
So I really love getting people's numbers. I used to be all about getting people on the phone, but let's be honest, people aren't really wanting to do that now. And they don't have to. So if I can at least get their number, that's usually the first thing that I do. Once I have their number, I go into a conversation asking them, are you familiar with It Works? What monthly income would give you some breathing room? Tell me more about yourself. And I'm like asking them questions to where they can give me like great answers back so that I know, okay, her goal is $2,000 a month. They don't know anything about It Works. They live in California. She's a nurse. Her husband owns a business. They just are living paycheck to paycheck. They want X. Like they want to be able to send their kid to private school, or they just want to go on a vacation, or they want to have some extra cushion, whatever it is. I'm just digging and asking questions about them. Like I said, people love to talk about themselves. So based on what they tell me, like if she said $2,000 a month, I would say, you know what, that is perfect. That's a rank we would actually probably push for, if you're open for the rank between diamond and double diamond, which is $2,000 to $6,000 a month. How does that sound? And then once they respond, I'm like, okay, perfect. I can absolutely coach you through this. And you know what, you guys, like when I say I can absolutely coach you through this, I was saying that as a Ruby. Like I had no idea what I was doing, but I was owning it. I was owning every single step of my journey. I've owned where I'm at. So even just getting started, you would have no idea that I was just getting started because I was just owning it at every level. And so I would say, I would love to help you get there. I can coach you to do everything that you need to do. And here's the thing is that you can coach them because they have their training page, they have their steps to success, and they have their chart. Like there's not a secret for how I coach people versus how you could coach someone that you're bringing into your business. I'm not doing anything different than what I did starting day one. All that I'm doing is putting a chart in front of your face. I'm putting the training in front of your face, and you have access to me. But like, I mean, it's the same thing that you guys have, And so there's nothing different. So when I like tell them confidently, I can absolutely help you do that. We have an amazing system, an amazing chart that all you have to do is follow it right along and you can absolutely achieve it. We have incredible training, everything that you need. And then I just send basic info about getting started. I talk about the auto shipment, getting them started on our products, our incredible products. We want to build their testimony. We want them to fall in love with their products. And so I never hide that. I'm always very upfront with that. Your website is $20 a month. You get access to our app. our entire back office. Everything you do is ran online. That gives you your website as well. So people, all you have to do is send that out over a text if you want. They can jump right on an order, and that's included in your $20 fee. And so I'm just so confident about it that I don't make it a deal, because I feel like so many people make it a deal that it turns people off. But I'm so upfront and confident about it. And then I just say, I'll be here every step of the way. We have incredible training. You'll start as soon as we get you all signed up. And then once I send that and they read it, I say, what questions do you have? And sometimes they have some questions, sometimes they don't. And they're like, okay, sign me up. But to really seal the deal, I'm so consistent on following up. So every single day I'm following up, you guys. There's not one specific day of the week that I have designated for this. It's just something that is a part of my everyday business, because my business, 70% of it is built on following up with people. And so you should know that I don't sign everyone on the spot. Rarely ever do I just sign someone on the spot. I am consistently following up. At least 3 to 5 to 7 to 10. I mean, there's a double diamond who I've signed, and I followed up with her 17 times before she ever even texted me back. Like, your business is built on follow-ups, and it's something you should do every single day. Don't just designate one day a week to it. We do have Follow-Up Friday. It's incredible. Use the tools from that, from that post to use in your follow-ups, but have it be a part of what you're doing every single day for your business. And then from there, I either do a calendar close or I just continue to follow up with them. And I would say 1 to 10, 10 being you're ready to sign, where are you at? They'll give me a number and I'll say, how can we get you to a 10? Sometimes this is where they'll voice like things that are holding them back, why they haven't committed yet. Maybe it's the money, maybe it's someone who's doubting them, like maybe it's a spouse. It could be such a different number of things. So I always ask, where are you at 1 through 10, 10 being you're ready to sign up. And then from there, I go over anything that they say that they would respond with then. And then once we go over those questions, usually I'll voice message so that they can hear my voice. I'll get them set up, you guys. And if they're not quite ready yet, that's okay. I'm still going to be consistent with my follow-up.
I love that. Okay, so just to leave us with tonight, tell us one thing that you wish you'd learned sooner in your business, and just kind of share with us sort of some vision for the end of the month, as we're almost at the end. But yeah, I really want to hear, like, is there one thing that you're just kind of like, I wish, like, this was a huge key for me, a huge aha moment for me, if only I'd gotten this sooner?
I would say, oh my gosh, probably just like to be okay with failing. I used to just run from it, and I feel like it has held me back in so many ways that like I accept it for what it is, and I'm okay with failing. Like, I'm okay with people telling me no. I'm okay with, there have been goals that I haven't reached, but it's not something that holds me back. It's just all such a learning lesson, and we're all on a different journey. And so you have to be open to the lessons that you're going to learn on your journey. And, your team determines your dream. And so you've got to be, consistent with who are you communicating with? Who are you adding to your network? Like, what type of people do you want in your organization? And so I think that it really, really matters who is on your team. And it could be someone that you haven't even thought of yet. But you've got to stay, like, don't be afraid of failing, because that's definitely something that's going to happen all of the time. And your mindset, you guys, is 80% of this. 1 second, hold on. I need my laptop charger. My laptop's about to die. I have 2%. But I just want you guys to know that it's okay to fail over and over again. But you've got to see where you are. Okay, so like take a second and like close your eyes and see where you are, and then see where you want to go. Okay, like now I want you to like legit close your eyes right now and see where you are, and then see where you want to go, and then see what you need to get there. And what you need to get there is right in front of your face. It's your steps to success. It's the chart right in front of you. That's what you need in order to get where you want to go. There's no secret about it. But you've got to know is that you're going to fail over and over again. People are going to tell you no every single day. And that's just a part of it. So you have to know exactly where you are and be able to identify that. Like where I am right now, I am so grateful, but it isn't where I'm going. I'm not where I want to be. I know where I'm going and I know what it takes for me to get there. And that's doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And so many times we feel like success is like it changes as we grow in the business. We feel like this changes, but it's always the same thing every single day, you guys. That's how simple this business is what I did 5 years ago, I'm doing still today. None of it has changed. But you have to identify also, what do you love about building this business? And write that down. What do you enjoy about this? What makes you excited? What do you love doing? You know, when you wake up, what are you most excited to do for your business that's income producing? And keep on doing that over and over and over again. Because you want to fall in love with this. And I'm telling you, there's so much ugly work that happens in between, you know, where you are now and where you want to go. But you should enjoy every single part of it. Like, what makes you excited? What do you love about it? And like, if I put $10,000 in your bank account right now, or $1 million even in your bank right now, why would you still show up every day for this? Like, what do you love so much about this that you would still show up if I put $1 million in your bank account right now? And that's a question that you have to ask yourself. Like, why are you showing up every single day? And like, I get the like paying off debt. I get it. Like, I get that you don't want to struggle. I get that you don't want to live on food stamps. I get that you want to pay off your student loans, but it's so much it's bigger than that. And you have to identify that. And that's why you have to keep asking why over and over and over and over again. And you have to start claiming that for your life, you guys. Every single day, I have my journal right here. Let me show you this. Every day, you guys, I write down all of my affirmations. And this is something that I didn't start doing, and I wish I would have done it sooner. I didn't start doing it until maybe like a year ago. And now every single day, you guys, I write down my affirmations over my life. I am. I start every sentence with I am or thank you for. Okay. And I do this every single day. And Mike Patillo, something that I really love that he said this weekend at our event is he said, record yourself of a video of all of your affirmations of what, like, where are you living? What are you driving? What have you achieved? What's your monthly income? Who are you surrounded by? Did you write the book? Did you hit the rank? Like, and record a video of yourself saying all of these incredible things over your life and over your business, over your family, over your health. Record a video. If you don't want to write it down every single day, and you play that video every day, and you watch yourself every day while you're getting ready in the morning, you watch yourself on that video. And so everything that I'm writing down, and I do voice memos, I'll like record a voice memo when I'm driving in the car, and I will be like, thank you, God, for my Black Diamond team. Thank you for all of my homes all over the world. Thank you for allowing me to have the most healthy body that I've ever lived in my entire life. Right now in this moment, I'm the healthiest that I've ever been. Thank you for allowing me to raise a healthy, strong, smart, beautiful little girl. Thank you for all of the other babies that you blessed me with. Thank you for my healthy relationships with my friends, my family, my husband. Thank you for allowing me to give over $100,000 just this year to a charity that I started. And I'm thanking God for all of these things that are going to happen in my life. It is so foreign, I promise you, when you start doing it. But just start with one simple thing. I am. Like, I am grateful. I am fun. I am executive. I am Ruby. I am making $600 a month. I am making $1,000 a month. I am making $10,000 a month. I'm making $100,000 a month. And start claiming this and speaking this over your life. Because when you do that, you're not going to have time for any of those negative thoughts to sneak in. And you're not going to have time to you're not going to want to surround yourself with people who are tearing you down, who don't believe in you, who are talking smack about you building a business and wanting something more for your life. Like, I've been there. You don't have time for it, not for where you're going, not for the plan that God has for you and for your life. So you start speaking these things and you stand in that and you start owning up to who you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. And you show up for that person every single day while you're doing this. And like every day, you guys, I'm showing up for that person that I want to be in 5 years. That's who I'm showing up for. And it's something that I recently started doing in my life and in my business. And that has raised the standards of everything around me, even more from what they've already had to be raised. Like who's getting my time? You know, what am I saying? How am I speaking? Like, how is the Alyssa in 5 years? How does she walk into a room? How does she treat people? How does she show up as a mom? How does she show up as a business owner? How does she show up in her relationship? That's who I'm showing up for. So you have to start showing up for the person that you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. And let me tell you something that my friend John Maxwell says. He says, today matters. Every single day matters. Every single day matters leading up to where you want to be. And you are going to go through so much life when you're in this business. I've gone through losses of family members. I've gone through a divorce. I've gone through lost friendships. I have gone through so much while I've built my business, but I'm still showing up. And I chose to show up when I did not want to show up. When I wanted to hide in my bed, I still showed up because I'm doing it for that person that I want to be in 5 years. And that's who you have to start showing up for. That's who you have to start dreaming for. And it's incredible to dream all of these big dreams, but start being a little selfish with your dreaming. Dream for yourself. Like, you can dream for your family and dream for your spouse and dream for all of those things that you want to do with them, but dream for you as well. Like, what do you want for you, for yourself? And start showing up for that person and start, every day. Today matters. Like, you need to write that down somewhere, because when I did that, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's like, I can't have a negative attitude today because today matters. Like, I can't not send out 50 messages today because today matters. And every day leading up to where I wanted to be in my business, that like every day mattered. Looking back, I can promise you every single day mattered. Like, every single day, every single post, every single message, it all has mattered to this moment and beyond this moment. Tomorrow matters, you guys. So show up every single day and just know that you're going to fail over and over and over again, but someone needs you to fail over and over again, because you're going to be on a Zoom like this one day, speaking to an entire group of people who want more for their life, and they want to know, like, it's okay to fail. They need to hear your story of whatever your story is, whatever is on your heart. Someone needs to hear it. So show up for that person too. And I just want you guys to know that you are in the right place at the right time. The momentum that is happening in this company right now, you've got to latch yourself onto it. Even if you don't know what you're doing. Most of the time, I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm still showing up. So every day, commit to that. Commit to yourself. Commit to putting in that extra 3 to 5% every single day, and show up for you and you and you and you. And every day when you wake up, you're going to be so proud of yourself and what you start to accomplish. And you'll look back in 15 days, in 30 days, in 90 days, and see that every day truly does matter when you are building a business like this.
Oh, thank you so much. I learned something from you
so welcome.
every time I hear you speak. I love it. Thank you so much. You just filled all of our cups. All right, guys, this recording will be up on YouTube, so you can go back and watch it more times, which I know I'm sure that I will, and then share it with anybody who missed it tonight, because I think it's really important that we all hear it. And I'm going to be writing Today Matters, and I'm going to hang it above my desk, and I'm really excited to see how that changes my days. So
yes, I love you so much.
Love you. Bye.